I'm a really poor employee. I am the worst employee. When I was still in corporate life, I never ever wanted to do business.
What did you know about Yuva when you was at school?
I knew lots of girls had a huge crush on Yuva.
சரி இன்னைக்கு இந்த மாதிரி சட்டை
GB, mama, God bless you.
நான் வந்ததுலேன்னு அந்த சட்டையை தான் பார்த்துருந்தேன்.
Actually, I like it.
இன்னைக்கு நம்ம 2 பேரோட இன்னும் ஒரு ஆள் தான் இருக்காங்க. அவங்க வேற யாரும் இல்லை, நம்ம கெஸ்ட்
Monica.
மோனிகா.
Hi. Hi.
So, Monica, thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
சட்டை நல்லா இல்லை.
Hey, நல்லா இருக்கு.
Yeah, I did say that. I did say I like it.
நான் சொல்லணும் நல்லா இல்லைண்டு.
எப்படா?
சரி.
So, Monica, tell us more about yourself.
Lots to say.
ஒரு வாக்கியத்துல சொல்லணும்னா என்னன்னு சொல்லுவீங்க?
Wow. எப்படி ஒரு மனுஷனோட வாழ்க்கையை ஒரு லைன்ல சொல்ல முடியும்?
ஓகே.
Encompasses so much.
பிரியாணியே வாழ்க்கை நினைச்சிட்டு வாழ்ந்து இருக்கிறவன் நான்.
That's a good one, Lana.
ஒன்னால தான் டிக்டாக்ல நிறைய பேர் இப்ப சண்டை போட்டுக்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க.
மாம்சு இல்ல
என்னை விட்டுரு. I'm hit at different. எனக்கு மோனிகா ரொம்ப நல்லா தெரியும்.
Yep. We went to we didn't go to school together.
We didn't go to school together.
Yeah, but it felt like we went to school together. You went to school with my sister.
Yes.
But we're from the same estate, so it's basically like.
இப்ப சொல்டா ஈஷுனை பத்தி இப்ப சொல்றா.
பாஸ்போர்ட் தேவைப்போ.
You know they all think that Yishun is extremely far. It's a very bad place.
Firstly, it's true. It's extremely far.
Extremely far. That's like
true. It's quite a bad place.
there's like only one entrance to Yishun, you know.
There's 2.
Actually,
sorry,
it's 2 entrances.
2.
There's 4.
4?
Okay, Mandai, Upper Thompson, SLE, and now Westling. It's 4.
சாரி, நான் வந்து ஈஷுன் தியேட்டர் தமிழ் படம் பார்க்குறப்ப அங்கே வந்து 2 தான் இருந்துச்சு எனக்கு ஞாபகம்.
அதை கொண்டு நம்ம ஈஷுன் தியேட்டர்னு கூப்பிட்டே ரொம்ப வருஷம் ஆகுது.
அதான் அதேதான்.
ஈஷுன் ஜிவி.
நான் வந்து போன வயசு தான் பார்க்கலாம், எனக்கு அதெல்லாம் தெரியாது. சரியா?
உன் வீடு இங்கே கிட்ட தானே, நடந்து போ.
No, not only that, but you also know another host of the show.
I also went to school with him. I basically go to school with everybody.
நம்ம 2 பேருக்கும் ரொம்ப நாள் அதுக்கு இப்போ ever since you wanted we wanted to have you as a guest, right? நம்ம 2 பேருக்கும் இந்த ஒரு கேள்வி இருக்கு. How was Yuva in school?
Actually, I've only ever seen Yuva like a few times in school. I don't know much about him in school.
Okay, good. Good that you don't know him.
What did you know about Yuva when you was at school?
That's a good question.
I knew lots of girls had a huge crush on Yuva.
இத நம்ம அப்படியே slip down.
100%. I feel like his wife would literally unfollow me after this episode airs.
She should be like, it's mine.
Yeah, no, for sure. It is yours, girl. But like actually, even when he was in school, he was hers only. But it also is like a feast for everybody's eyes. Girls were... Nobody ever approached him that way, but I definitely knew that they spoke about him. For sure.
இங்க இருந்து என்ன வச்சுக்கல, அப்படியே அவன் மூஞ்சி சோப்பா இருக்கும்.
You'll be like,
அவனை நான் செருப்பால அடிக்கணும் அதுக்கு.
Matabadi was like so quiet, but I don't know. We never shared any classes together. He was very quiet.
He's quiet.
I've never heard him speak before. So I was looking forward to seeing him today so I can actually hear him speak for the first time in my life. Yeah, he's very quiet.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you got a wish version of Yuva. Wish versions of Yuva, sorry. Skinny Yuva, fat Yuva.
We both are, I and Yuva are like the most alike person.
Oh, is it?
And then, no.
Yeah.
And then, like, people mistake me and Yuva as brothers.
அது வேற.
Actually, you do. I would see it. I can see
it. Oh my God.
I get it.
I don't.
I get it.
This is a good slipper.
I get that. No, definitely.
He is your Anne.
Actually, yeah, Yuva has a very Anne vibes.
Adu venne.
But like,
Wait.
this is my perception of Yuva,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
From like what I see, I think he's very responsible.
Okay.
I think he's quite hardworking.
Yes.
But I think he's also a bit strict officer. Have I gotten him completely wrong? That's how quiet he was.
I agree, he's responsible.
That's how quiet this guy was in school that
He's very
nobody
hardworking.
knows.
Very hardworking.
Yeah.
I would
Very,
think
very
These two, yes, I agree. Strict.
A bit strict officer.
No, it depends. It depends on what he's strict. He has his...
He has,
Boundaries lah.
he has discipline, right?
Yeah. No, definitely, because...
And he has certain zones where he's completely zoned in, right?
Yeah.
And okay lah.
Good perception,
Yeah,
right?
good perception. Yeah. Perception. Che.
சரி மானத்தை வாங்கினது போதும்.
That's a good 5 seconds. I enjoyed it.
So speaking about strong just now, one thing that's not strong in generally in our lives is hair,
100%.
because it starts falling off after a certain age,
100%.
and that's why we are here, Monica.
100%. Actually, I'm just going to stop you right there. It doesn't start falling at a certain age. You're not only getting hair fall because of age. You get hair fall at any point of your life as long as there are some factors that are present. For example, high intense stress level. If you're eating unclean food, if you have really trashy, for lack of a better word, trashy habit, like very poor lifestyle, if you're not sleeping very well, if you don't exercise very well, if you're constantly in a very polluted environment, these are all factors that can contribute to hair fall and could happen at any point in your life. Because I've also heard of parents complaining on my DMs that their 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old is experiencing increased hair fall, 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 16-year-old all experiencing hair fall. So it's very good to sometimes get in touch with the person who's speaking to us via Instagram DMs and check like the person that they're talking about, what is their lifestyle, அவங்க என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க, ஓ இல்ல அவங்க லைஃப்ல இருந்து என்னென்னலாம் lacking, அவங்களுக்கு ஏன் இந்த hair fall நடக்குது.
சாப்பாடு also I suppose is a factor.
Hair fall நடக்காது, you know what I mean or not. A lot of people think that இது வந்து like I think most prevalent question that I get asked, which I think is the most cliched question, இது எனக்கு இந்த question நான் கேட்காம இருந்தேன் வாழ்க்கை ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கும், which is that do I need to change my shampoo? நான் நினைக்கிறேன் உங்க hair fall is not drastically caused by a shampoo at all. It's not a product driven problem. It's a you driven problem.
So let's track back a bit. ஏன்னா நம்ம hair fall இதை பற்றி பேசிட்டோம். But why is Monica talking about hair fall?
Monica's talking about hair fall because it naturally landed in Monica's lap. It was not something that, you know, I did not study trichology. I was not in a hair school. I didn't study cells and biology and all of that stuff. I should be very largely unqualified to talk about hair, except for the fact that I'm extremely interested in everybody's head of hair. And I want to know how every single one of us can have very good hair for a very long period of time.
So, if you're interested in சொல்லும்போது, when you're having a conversation with someone for the first time, do you have this tendency to just look at their hair?
And you don't even need to finish that sentence. I'm not a, you know, like they're asked dentists, do you look at people's hair?
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
I don't look at people's hair. That's not my main concern. I mean, I'm not a hair transplant clinic in Turkey trying to make $2,000 off of you, right? Unless someone openly talks about their hair struggles to me, unless that happens, I don't ever broach that topic. If you want to just talk to me about normal things in life, we can talk about normal things in life.
Right.
Yeah, but it very naturally landed on my lap. I mean, if you believe in God, it's கடவுள் கொடுத்த வரம், you know.
நீங்க சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தீங்க you didn't study sales and all
I
that.
absolutely did not.
You're a comm student.
I am a comm student.
Yes.
I was a comm student who in poly was given the option to do mass comm or marketing, and I didn't want to do marketing.
And you took theatre, correct?
I did theatre for a bit. I did.
Yes.
Yeah, I did. Which was also quite wild. But I'm also going to tell you how everything pulls together in the form of business, because I think even before I say it, I think you would have witnessed that every single thing I touch has a theatrical element to it, has a marketing outlook to it. There's always something a bit like aggressive, aggravated, a little dramatic. There's some storytelling that's always
It's like
happening.
Poche added together. To
Yeah.
Right.
So I feel like everything has come together very beautifully from like different things that I've learned along the way.
So maybe let's take that step back from uni, right? From uni. So basically, நான் LinkedIn படிச்சுட்டு இருந்தேன்.
அதனால தான் நீ கேக்குறதெல்லாம்
Yeah, correct. I haven't even updated my LinkedIn in like
So எனக்கு ஒரு habit என்னன்னா,
7 years.
I research on my
research.
research.
நீ வானத்தை வாங்கிட்ட.
Researchன்னு நான் இது பண்ணிட்டேன்.
he corrected himself. You were struggling.
tongue twister.
Tongue twister.
கொஞ்ச நேரத்துல tongue twist ஆயிட்டு. என்ன வளர்ற?
அதுதான் நான் பாதி நேரம் கேட்கறேன், என்னடா வளர்றேன்.
அது வந்து okay, I have
இரு.
to-
So
அதை ஏன் கதா பண்ண எனக்கு தெரியும்.
இன்னைக்கு நம்ம midnight வரைக்கும் இங்க தான் உட்கார்ந்து பேசிட்டு இருக்க போறோம்.
கேமரால பெட்டர் இருக்காது. 2 பெட்டர் தான் இருக்கு. So I have a habit of actually looking up my whoever comes on the show to ensure like, you know, what is something interesting about them and all that. So I saw your work cycle.
Okay.
You went from CNBC intern to
I did.
what was that? Production studio intern as well. You're also a freelance actress.
I did that for many years.
Exactly. And you were also with Lala Move
I did.
in the sales line as well.
Yes.
Then you moved to
100%.
your company right now. How did that happen?
It happened because I'm a really poor employee. I am the worst employee. I mean, it took me a really long time to grapple with the honest fact, which is that I am a horrible employee. I don't work very well as an employee. I don't like I don't think I've ever liked
Corporate jobs.
most. I actually like a corporate job.
Okay.
I've not liked my managers. In some places, I've not enjoyed the teams that I've worked with. But you would be able to very quickly realize that all of this very beautifully came together for me because I am a lone wolf. I operate the best when I'm alone. I'm a very focused person. I can do a lot of things on my own. I also think I'm very brilliant. Which
It's a confidence.
helps me when I do work, right? It helps me when I'm working because it keeps me in that zone. It's not that I have like a communication issue or anything, but mainly more of like instead of உங்ககிட்ட நான் இந்த விஷயத்தை கத்து கொடுத்து நீங்க expect you to complete the task for me, நான் அதை போய் கத்துக்கிட்டு எனக்கு அந்த knowledge கிடைச்சா நான் அந்த வேலையை முடிச்சிருவேன் சீக்கிரமா.
So like that entrepreneurial spirit was within you.
I never knew it was an entrepreneurial spirit. Actually, when I left my last job was not Lala Move. After Lala Move, I was at Deliver SG.
Yep.
And I was also marketing consultant for Network Korea, which is they do international couriers. And I was doing marketing consultancy from them. Besides my job, I went in a couple of times a week. That was the last thing I actually did until COVID struck. And then I moved to entrepreneurship. When I was still in corporate life, I never, ever wanted to do business. I never thought I had a business bone in me. I never saw myself as a business person. No, not even in like, I'm not even saying this is like, konja humbala irukkalam nadikalam, konja funna irukum. No, not at all. I never thought I had the bone in me to do business until I did business. Actually, even when I first sold my first few bottles of hair oil, it was like selling anything. இப்போ எனக்கு லைக் இப்போ நீங்கள் வீட்டில் வந்து நசிலமா சமைக்கிறீங்க, நீங்கள் ரொம்ப நல்லா சமைப்பீங்கன்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். உங்களுக்கு ஒரு லைக் மேபி ஒரு 10 பேருக்கு செய்கிற நீங்கள் ரொம்ப ஜாஸ்தியாக ரைஸ் சமைச்சிட்டீங்க, நீங்கள் அது ஒரு 10 பேருக்கு சேல் பண்ணுவீங்க இல்லையா? நீங்கள் என்ன உடனடியாக பிஸ்னஸ் ஓனரா? நோ. அந்த மைண்ட் செட்டில் தான் நான் அப்போ கூட இருந்தேன். எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ஆயில்ஸ் இருக்கு, ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் கோனா செல் இட் டு a couple of people. அவங்களுக்கு பிடிக்குதா இல்லையான்னு டெஸ்ட் பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம்.
Testing waters.
Just testing waters. Would you call it testing waters if you didn't know what the end goal is going to be?
Yeah.
You're not testing anything. You just like, it's there. Take it. You want a price? $20. You cannot afford $20. $18. There was no strategy.
Right.
There was no strategy. There's no like, இப்படிதான் நம்ம என்டர் பண்ணணும். நத்திங். நம்ம டிவியில் இருக்கணும். டிவியில் இருக்கிறதுக்கு அப்புறம் நீங்கள் வந்து உங்கள் இன்ஸ்டாகிராமில் உங்களுக்கு நிறைய ஃபாலோவர்ஸ் இருக்கும். அந்த ஃபாலோவர்ஸ் வச்சு No, actually a lot of the decisions I made in the very beginning were just on a whim.
Spontaneous.
Very spontaneous.
What was the spark to actually, what was that spark? Because
you mentioned that it dropped on your lap, right?
So I come from entrepreneurial background as well in terms of like when I started on my career, I didn't even know it was a startup. Startupனா என்னன்னு தெரியாது.
You were there for very, 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 very.
எனக்கு ஒரு வேலை கிடைச்சா போதும்னு நான் உட்காந்துக்கிட்டு இருந்தேன். But when I went through that journey, I absolutely loved. Those were the best days and the worst days of my life. But it made me who I am.
How can something be the best days and the worst days of your life?
That's a good question. But answer பண்ணிரு.
I had the best moments there, but the amount of struggle and sacrifices I had to go through as well, those were like terrible. So it was the best, and I had both there.
What do you think the worst days were worth sacrificing for the? So
no
those
regrets.
were the best days you actually had. Actually, right?
Including la.
Illa.
அப்படி நீ பாத்தீனா.
Yeah,
I mean,
because you felt like the sacrifice was worth it.
Those were the best days. Other than sacrifices, and the low points in there, that I can't change. That how I felt, I can't change. So the way I felt was terrible. The way I felt, it's still stuck with me. So those were the worst days. The best days, however, is those sacrifices, hitting milestones, hitting my goals.
Growing. You grow a lot.
sideways and
No, not.
He did not.
Actually, he did. Like,
We're
Actually, I did.
being rude. You were not rude, then you became very rude.
no, he did.
like I did actually.
2018 Barav friend, 2025 Barav not the same.
So I did. That's why to me it's best and worst because it's how I felt during that period. So why I asked that is because what was that spark that made you like okay
The
the with $20 okay $18 okay, but what made you sort of like go on? What made you think that? What made you sort of like think okay we can take this as a business and just go?
That's a really good question. I love that question. I don't think I've ever thought that question is not even in the questions that
Yeah,
you
it is.
asked me. But I love it. I love it. I love it. The reason why I'm saying that is that you've put me on a spot and now I'm just having flashbacks of everything that has happened over the 5 years. This month is our 5th year anniversary of the business. It's wonderful. I actually never thought in a million years I would hit 5 years because I've always known that startups fail within the first 5 years, right?
Exactly.
If they sustain 3 years, great. If you can stay afloat 5 years, very good. Now let's see whether you can stay that 10 years or not. I didn't feel any spark.
Okay.
I didn't feel any spark until I was knee deep in business. So I started selling the oils, right? And then I continuously sold the oils every single day, every single week until I realized, oh, dang, I need an Excel sheet to track who I'm selling this to. So now there is a
System in place.
And then after the system is there, and then I realized, oh, now I need a driver because I don't drive. I don't have anyone who can deliver. So then logistics come in place. Everything organically had to be put in place just for this thing to run. I actually, even before I could realize that I was running something, I was already quite knee deep in it. But a few years into running the business, I realized I have this like burning fire in the pit of my belly and it just throttles upwards like a rocket and I will not stop at anything. I'm very goal oriented. If I have a goal, I will not stop at anything until I attain that goal. And I do not care
So the
who
food
comes.
was full on the gas ready.
Yeah, full on. But I've been full on for a really long time. I know I sometimes take a backseat, but if I'm taking a backseat in terms of work, I'm full on gas pedal at something else in life. I either got married or I met someone amazing or I have a family life that needs to be looked at. I've always got my foot on the gas pedal. It's whether you are seeing it on social media or you're not seeing it.
Right.
But I have a goal and I will not stop until I attain that goal.
So Monica, you were saying that your food is always on the gas full, right? So இதை வந்து நீங்க செய்யும் போது there should be a deep understanding of the brands, branding, aesthetic and all that. But before நம்ம அந்த angle போறது முன்னுக்கு we were talking about all this, but there's one முக்கியமான thing we never mentioned.
What's that?
Your company's name.
Company's name, yes.
Please, on air.
Let's do
Camera
it.
பார்த்து எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியுற மாதிரி சொல்லிருங்க.
I actually also brought the bottles. Can I also showcase that?
Yes, yeah.
All right. So my first ever business is called Hair Care by Mon. It's a purely Ayurvedic hair oil brand. It is a really amazing product. It is not just for hair growth, but also makes sure that உங்களுக்கு dandruff வராம இருக்கும், உங்க scalp clean இருக்கும், உங்களுக்கு thick hair வேணும், dark hair வேணும், good hair growth வேணும், scalp perfect இருக்கணும். This is the product for that.
Hair oil.
Hair Care by Mon. And then let's also not forget that I'm also a henna artist
Yes.
under my amazing brand called Henna by Mon. And everybody has, you're well acquainted with the brand?
Yes, very well. Very, very well.
I've been a henna artist under Henna by Mon for 10 years next year.
Oh, that means you have already passed the 5-year stage for this particular brand.
For that particular brand.
அப்படிதான் அந்த 10 years வந்து போக முடியும். 5 பாஸ் பண்ணாதான் 10 போக முடியும்.
எதுமே
I understood what you said. I passed the 5 years that I was talking about the hair care, but I've already succeeded with the henna. The reason why I actually said hair care first was because other than I actually எப்பயுமே வந்து like ஒரு businessனா இதுதான் business. Businessனா இதுதான் business அப்படின்னு என் மைண்ட்ல இருக்கு until I started taking my henna business very seriously, which is in the past few years only, I have to be very honest. And I got really active hiring staff, making sure that the social media content is on point. Up until then, I never took my henna business as seriously as my hair care business.
So henna was a passion project.
It was a I would literally call it a hobby.
Oh.
I would be at a job and people would ask me about what do I do? Do I have a corporate job? Do I do this full time? And I would always dismiss it and say, it's just a hobby. I like doing it. I have some free time. I'm sitting here right now. That's how little I saw that until I understood that there is so much of potential that can be unraveled with this business. நம்ம இது சும்மா ஒரு gold mineல just வெட்டியா உட்கார்ந்துட்டு இருக்கோம் and wasting my time. And then I picked up like I just went like full steam with it.
Right. So like henna and Solomon, there's like a lot of intricate design, right? What was the most memorable intricate design you did? Like more ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டு how long was it? Because when you do these kind of things, right, you say that you are doing out of hobby and stuff. Now you're thinking that it's like a full time. You're taking it as a business and you're focusing. Doing henna, it takes the most like longest hours. See, so was there any thought that இவ்வளோ நேரம் இருக்குது நம்ம இந்த டைம் வந்து like you can focus on your hair product?
Never.
Right.
The time is extremely worth it. But also, okay, so two approach to this question, okay? The first approach is, what is the most intricate design I've ever done in my life? Honestly, I find it an extremely difficult question to answer because the job is not hard. The people are extremely hard.
Right.
You need to be an excellent people person to be able to do a fantastic henna job. சிங்கப்பூர்ல நிறைய henna artists இருக்காங்க. ஏன் hennaன்னு சொல்லிட்டோன்னா உங்களுக்கு சில பேரோட மூஞ்சி மட்டும் தான் உங்க மைண்ட்க்கு வருது. ஏன்? Because அவங்க அவ்வளோ service oriented and அவங்க அவ்வளோ professional. They bring some storytelling to the brand. அதனால தான் அவங்களோட ஃபேஸ் உங்களோட மைண்ட்ல எப்பயுமே இருக்கு.
Right.
You need to be an excellent people person. நீங்க வந்து ஒரு crowded-ஆன roomல உட்கார்ந்திருக்கீங்க. Sometimes the room is filled with 10 people. Sometimes that house is filled with 50 people. Sometimes that event hall is filled with 150 people. Amidst all of that, நீங்க எப்படி உங்களோட personality எப்படி இருக்கு? Does your personality shine in a place like that? உங்களால எல்லார்கிட்டயும் வந்து உட்கார்ந்து பேச முடியுதா? உங்களால like சகஜமா பேச முடியுதா எல்லார்கிட்டயும்? நீங்க மூஞ்சி சுளிக்கிற மாதிரி நடந்துக்கிறீங்களா? இல்ல வந்து நீங்க உங்க வாட்சை பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கீங்களா? எப்ப நம்மள விடுவாங்க? எப்ப போய் சாப்பிடலாம்? எப்ப டாக்ஸி எடுத்து வீட்டுக்கு போலாம்? இதுதான் அந்த வேலையோட கஷ்டமான பகுதி. அதை விட இன்னும் கஷ்டமான பகுதி, every single day உங்களுக்கு different bride வராங்க. She's from a different age group. She's from a different social status background. She has a different educational level. அவங்க வேற வேலை செஞ்சுட்டு இருப்பாங்க. எல்லாரும் உங்களை மாதிரி பேச மாட்டாங்க. எல்லாரும் உங்க ஐடியால இருக்க மாட்டாங்க. நீங்க ஒரு 8 hour 9 hours 10 hours ஒரு கேர்ளோட வீட்டில் உட்காந்துருக்கீங்க. நீங்க மட்டும் கம்ஃபர்டபுளா இருக்க முடியாது. அவங்களுமே கம்ஃபர்டபுளா இருக்கணும். That my service provider is sitting right here. அவங்க அவ்வளோ க்ளோஸ் ப்ராக்சிமிட்டியில என் கூட உட்காந்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. And I like this girl and I want to give this girl $1,000 today. And you need to very quickly get her on board on that idea that she's so willing to spend that money on you because you are worth it. I think that is the hard part of that job. Right. Besides that, the straighter answer to this question is that the harder henna designs are always the simpler ones. I hate doing the simple ones. I hate doing Alia Bhatt henna design. Alia Bhatt அவங்க கல்யாணத்துல என்ன செஞ்சா உனக்கு என்ன? நீ ஏன் Alia Bhatt கல்யாணத்துல என்ன செஞ்சாலும் அதை தான் நீயும் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க.
I never understood henna. I'm not gonna lie. As in, I never understood the
what is
pattern,
that to understand?
The design and all that. I understand the purpose of it.
Okay.
I remember someone was telling me, but I never understood what is the right words? I couldn't appreciate henna designs because I wasn't into it.
Of course.
Until I spoke to someone, they actually did henna design and all that. Then I was like, shit, this is not easy.
It's not.
It is not easy at all. It's
really
and the patience. நீங்க சொன்னீங்க ஒரு நாள் முழுக்க உட்கார்ந்து.
Yeah. Hey, my average work days are 15-hour days, by the way.
Exactly.
Easy. I clock 15-hour days easily. Like, I've no issues. Then after I exceed 15 hours, and then I'm like, lighter konja like, I need a toilet break, or like, lighter konja mudugu valikku na toilet poi 5 minutes konja refresh aayittu varen. That sort of things. But I easily clock 15-hour days. 15-hour days is no joke.
Yeah, no.
To be able to do 15-hour days, you need to have a fantastic offline lifestyle. You need to go to the gym. You need to work your back. You need to pull your body weight or a little bit more than your body weight on your back to be able to sit and work 15 hours. You need to have 2 meals a day, 3 meals a day on time. Not like 12 o'clock lunch, you're having a 4 p.m. None of that. You need to have your meals on time. You need to bring your water bottle. You need to have every single thing in your lifestyle needs to be properly done so that you can be not just a henna artist, makeup artist, same thing. You need to have a very good offline lifestyle to be able to have a very good online lifestyle.
Do you need to be a people's person? You know, it needs, you need to, you know, interact with everyone, with all walks of life. So is it a necessity to be a people's person when you're doing henna, as a henna artist?
I think you need to be a people person if you are a business owner, and also you are the customer facing salesperson of your brand. If I had a business development or a manager or whatever, a BD manager is the person talking, and then I don't need to be a people's person. I just go there. I can have like a sidamunji, I finish my job and be like, tata, please make the payments and my finance team will invoice you. But because you are the person that they're believing in, அவங்க எனக்கு நீ தான் வேணும்னு சொல்லி உங்களை 1000 வெள்ளி கொடுத்து அங்க உட்கார வச்சிருக்காங்க. அப்புறம் நீங்க 1000 வெள்ளிக்கு ஏத்தாப்புல தான் நடந்துக்கணும்.
ஏன்னா கம்பெனி வந்து பேர் இருக்கலாம், ஆனா பிராண்ட் வந்து நீங்க
100%.
நீங்க தான் அந்த பிராண்ட்.
I'm pros and cons.
Yeah.
Pros and cons. Sometimes எனக்கு அசிஸ்டன்ஸ் இருக்காங்க, எனக்கு 3 அசிஸ்டன்ஸ் இருக்காங்க. நான் சம்டைம்ஸ் ஒரு வேலையில இல்லாத சமயத்துல 3 அசிஸ்டன்ஸ்ல ஒரு ஆளு ஒரு 2 ஆளு தான் அந்த வேலையில இருக்காங்க. அவங்க it's sometimes very tricky when the entire brand is based on just one person. People expect that one person to turn up. People expect அவங்க கொடுக்குற சர்வீஸ் இவங்க கொடுப்பாங்களா, காஸ் ரேட் சேமா தானே இருக்கு. So I think it's a little bit tricky and it's a little grey area, but I'm trying to work on it. And
it's very common, especially when it comes to like weddings and stuff, and people are booking you, they will say that they will mention in the remarks that I want you particularly.
I've received those messages. நீங்க தானே வரீங்க? I'm like, sister, என் பேரை தானே பார்த்தேன் முத. அங்க தானே போட்டுருக்கு one henna artist உனக்குன்னு. நான் தான் வரேன்.
It's just anxiety for them. It's a big day and they want it to go. Yeah, so there's 100%. Like and அந்த மாதிரி கேட்கும்போது he's like, நான் தான் வரேன், கவலைப்படாதீங்க, that kind of thing. And so it's like also a relationship building.
Yeah, but to be very honest, I'm only joking here. When I get on a business call, when I get on a client call, there are no joking around. Like, if you ask me a question, I am answering it. If you have 100 questions, I'm answering the 100 questions before your deposit comes in. Like, it's very straightforward.
I mean, that's the fact, I mean, you're doing henna, right? There's also a cultural aspect. You know, I'm also I didn't appreciate and all that until I spoke to the person. I was like, yeah, actually, there's a cultural aspect to it and all that.
100%. I want to definitely talk about that. So, listen, ஒரு கல்யாணத்துல வந்து கல்யாணமா இருக்கட்டும் இல்லை என்ன ஒகேஷனா இருக்கட்டும், there are many parts of it that isn't necessarily tied in with Tamil traditions. I can only speak from Tamil traditions because I'm a Tamilian. எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சது மட்டும் தான் என்னால் பேச முடியும். ஒன்று டெக்கோவாக இருக்கட்டும், இல்லை வந்து obviously the food is a big part of the culture. ஃபுட்டை வந்து சைடில் ஒதுக்கிடலாம். டெக்கோவாக இருக்கட்டும், மேக்கப்பாக இருக்கட்டும், இது எதுக்குமே வந்து கல்ச்சுரல் சிக்னிஃபிகன்ஸ் கிடையாது. ஹேனா ஹேஸ் அ டீப் கல்ச்சுரல் சிக்னிஃபிகன்ஸ். ஒருத்தருக்கு வந்து ஏன் வந்து இவ்வளோ நேரம் உட்காந்து வரைகிறாங்க, இது நம்மளுக்கு தேவையா, எனக்கு வந்து ஒரு 8 hour ஆப்ஷன் இருக்குது, எனக்கு ஒரு half an hour ஆப்ஷன் இருக்குது, நான் half an hour எடுத்துகிட்டு போயிட்டேன். இது எல்லாத்தையும் தாண்டி அந்த ஹேனா உங்கள் கையில் இருக்கும் போது, உங்கள் காலில் இருக்கும் போது, உங்கள் மேலே இருக்கும் போதோ, இல்லை உங்கள் ஹஸ்பண்டாக வரப்போகிறவருக்கு மேலே நம்ம போடும் போது, கேப்பிங் போடும் போது அண்ட் ஆல் ஆஃப் தட், அதில் இருக்கிற அந்த பியூட்டியை நீங்கள் பார்த்தாலே உங்களுக்கு அதை அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்ணுற குவாலிட்டி ரொம்ப ஈஸியாகவே வந்துடும். அதுக்குன்னு ஒரு சிக்னிஃபிகன்ஸ் இருக்குன்னு, அதுக்குன்னு ஒரு பியூட்டி இருக்குது. இட் டைஸ் த என்டையர் இவெண்ட் டுகெதர். அண்ட் உங்கள் என்டையர் வெட்டிங் வீக்லேயே நீங்கள் பார்க்குற வெண்டர் இஸ் யோர் ஹெனா ஆர்டிஸ்ட். நாங்கள் தொடங்கி வச்சாதான் உங்கள் கல்யாணம் ஒரு நாளே தொடங்குது.
Because 3 days, 2 days before wedding, usually they,
correct,
because they say அப்புறம் தான் அந்த like
the savakam, yeah. So I used to live under a rock. I still live under a rock. I still live under a rock for certain
you
things.
live under a mountain.
I am the mountain. So so after all that, then I started learning about our Tamil culture, நம்ம கலாச்சாரம், நம்ம பண்பாடுகள் and all that, and I realized, okay, இதுதான் significance, இதுதான். So yeah, it's quite interesting as to how, you know, henna actually plays a huge part, and how you actually took it from a passion project to business. And within this, you also do aesthetics as a product. Am I right to say that?
I think aesthetics is in everything that I touch.
Right.
It's the cornerstone of every single thing I do. ஒன்று என்னோட ஹேர் ஆயில் பிராண்டாக இருக்கட்டும், இல்லை ஹெனாவாக இருக்கட்டும். இப்போ என் ஹேர் ஆயில் பிராண்டே எடுத்துக்கிட்டிங்கன்னா, all the labels that come with the bottles, I'm just moving that out.
Yeah, I can see எல்லாம் வேற வேற கலர்.
Yeah, I brought all my soldiers. I brought all my soldiers today. So every single thing about the brand, ஒன்று வந்து சோஷியல் மீடியாவில் இருக்கிற அந்த ஃபோட்டோஸாக இருக்கட்டும் இல்லை லான்ச் வீடியோஸாக இருக்கட்டும், everything has a keen visual eye to it.
So நீங்க வந்து like can I say that before you launch these things on your social media and stuff, you like sit down and map, okay, நம்ம வந்து இப்படி ஒரு approachல போனோம், இல்லை இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு aesthetic backgroundல வச்சு செய்யணும் இந்த கலர். So you do.
Yes.
So it takes hours, right? To do.
Oh my gosh.
No, ours is a. I
Ours
think
is
ours is just a mean. It's just a verbal. Yeah, understatement.
Your verbal diarrhea. It takes a lot of time. Actually வந்து எனக்கு வந்து அதுக்கு டைம் டெடிகேட் பண்றது எனக்கு பிரச்சனை கிடையாது. But it takes a certain kind of creative
outlook.
It sucks on your creative juices so much that sometimes நான் ஒரு லான்ச்க்கு வந்து பிளான் பண்ணி முடிக்கிறதுக்குள்ள I'm just sucked out. I'm completely exhausted by the time I even stop planning for a launch. That's how much of creativity. சில நிறைய பேர் வந்து creative jobs ரொம்ப undermine பண்றாங்க. You know, people think that நான் கஷ்டப்பட்டு ட்ரெயின் எடுத்து பஸ் எடுத்து அழகான சட்டை போட்டு ஒரு பேங்க்ல உட்காந்து அங்கே கிளிக்கடி 9 hour வேலை செய்யற வேலை ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்கு எனக்கு. வீட்டுக்கு வந்து சமைக்கிறதுக்கு டைம் இல்லை. உனக்கு தான் சமைக்கிறதுக்கு டைம் இருக்கு. நீ தான் எவ்ரி வாரம் மீல் ப்ரெப் பண்ணி நான் பாக்குறேன்னு. அப்புறம் நீ வந்து டியூஸ்டே வந்து படம் பார்க்க போனல, நான் பார்த்தேன். நான் 1.5 hour படம் பார்த்து முடிச்சது வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் 2 மணி வரைக்கும் உட்காந்து வேலை செஞ்சேன். அதை நீ பாத்தியா இல்லையா? I mean, it's what you hear all the time. நான் வந்து கார்ப்பரேட் ஸ்லாக் ஆயிருக்கேன். எனக்கு அது ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்கு. நீங்க வந்து ரொம்ப விஷயம் செய்றீங்க, உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப கிரியேட்டிவ் ஃப்ரீடம் இருக்கு. ஆக்சுவலி நான் யோசிச்சுட்டு இருக்கேன், என்னோட கார்ப்பரேட் வேலையை விட்டுட்டு பிசினஸ் ஆரம்பிக்கலாம். நீ ஆரம்பிக்காத. Your business ஆரம்பிக்கிறதுக்கு you think it's a monetary benefit that every entrepreneur is bullshit.
I think this is where the பழமொழி இருக்கான அக்கறைக்கு இக்கரை பச்சை.
100%. However, fantastic, good Tamil. எவ்வளவு அழுத்தத்திருந்தோம் கரெக்டா சொன்னா. However, once you become a business owner, அக்கறை பச்சை இல்லை.
அது எக்கரையா இருந்தாலும் பச்சையா இருக்காது.
Correct. 100%. Once you become a business owner, you understand that இதுதான் என்னோட வாழ்க்கை. எனக்கு ஒரு பிசினஸ் போன் இருக்கு. அதை நான் அது முறிகிற வரைக்கும் நான் கஷ்டப்பட்டு எப்படியாவது
எல்லாமே சிவப்பா தான் இருக்கும்.
எனக்கு என்னால் எவ்வளவு கொடுக்க முடியுமோ அது கொடுக்குற வரைக்கும் என்னால் ஸ்டாப் பண்ண முடியாதுன்னு நீங்க தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. நீங்க எப்பயுமே இன்னொரு ஆளுக்காக வேலை செய்யவே முடியாது. There's just no way you will go back to being an employee for someone else. It's ludicrous. Never heard of anyone doing that.
So நீங்க சொன்னீங்க வந்து the creative side of things வந்து I assume you're very particular about how it looks, how it feels, how the brand is. Am I right to say that?
To a certain extent, yes. But I'm also a little bit flexible. There's like a 5% of flexibility.
Is it a ick if let's say you see something where it's your product and the design வந்து கொஞ்சம் ஆஃபா இருக்கு, இல்ல அந்த wording வந்து கொஞ்சம் ஆஃபா இருக்கு? No.
Did it sit on the shelves? Did it sell? Can I still sell it? If the answers are yes, then I don't have an ick.
Okay, so அப்பனா to விரிவுபடுத்துற அந்த கேள்வி, right?
I'm there for money.
No. நான் அந்த ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ல சொல்ல. So இல்ல
எல்லா பிசினஸோட it's I'm there for the money.
I mean,
business
This is business.
Yeah.
Hey, but when I started off, I don't think I was there for the money.
Right.
I don't think I was as greedy as I am today. It's all like facts, right? I am an extremely greedy human being. எனக்கு 10,000 வெள்ளி இருக்குன்னா எனக்கு $100,000 வேணும். எனக்கு 100,000 இருக்குன்னா I want to make $500,000. I'm very greedy. அதுல நான் ரொம்ப தெளிவா இருக்கேன்.
Yeah, I mean, to do business, I think you have to have certain amount of greed. If not, you will not aspire or not. The business will not grow. So
I'll use a respectable word called the fire.
நெருப்பு.
That fire to
Fire in the belly, right?
Yeah, I won't use greed.
Hunger.
Yeah.
Hunger to aspire and to establish.
To the layman, it is great. It is greed.
We'll teach the layman. It's fire in the belly.
The fire, even if like you are throttled by the fire, right? Greed has a specific lane of its own.
Yeah.
Greed is நான் இத பண்ணி முடிச்சிட்டேன், எனக்கு இன்னும் வேணும். That's why greed is called greed. It's not just fire. எனக்கு சும்மா எனக்கு ஒரு வெறி இருக்கு, எனக்கு ஒரு desire இருக்கு, I want to be the best. Nah. You want more. That's the problem.
Never said.
You are
not
never enough.
Yeah, it's not enough.
It's never
I
enough.
think I understand to a certain aspect lah, to that portion of not enough. Because when I'm working, especially in my current job, it's never enough to be settled at this position or the pay. So I'm constantly hunting where to move next or what to do next or how to improve myself or what kind of courses to take and stuff. But it's not in a business aspect lah, because I'm trying to do a self-growth in another company.
Understood.
So I think I get it, but I don't understand in a business aspect. I can say that.
I get it.
You get it.
But I get it in biryani aspect.
Stop.
சாப்பாடை பத்தி
நல்ல பிரியாணி இருக்கு. நல்லா இருக்கு. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம்.
இன்னொரு plate biryani.
So Bharat mentioned about நான் வந்து கேட்குறேன் இப்போ வந்து brand பண்ணிட்டீங்க and you know you've already launched the product and stuff. So if it's sitting on shelf and you spot something like ஒரு சின்ன error in the color or design or the wording, what would you do?
I would definitely correct it. I would correct as many errors as I possibly can. Not just about aesthetics, about everything that I do. If there is a social media strategy, மொதக்கொண்டு ஒரு few years முன்னாடி social media strategy இல்லாம operate பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தோம். Now we have a social media strategy. And then if I spot that something is not working in terms of social media, I'll keep tweaking. You know, we have trials on IG, right? I make use of everything.
Because the trial function இருக்கு அதுல.
Yeah.
But does it work for you?
100%. 100%. Because my hair care account is at this mukk running phase where I cannot touch 10K followers.
Okay.
But I recently, on trials, did the same video. I didn't even change anything. I just reshared it on trials 3 times.
Same video 3 times.
3 times.
Okay.
And it shot up in followers. That's all. Same video.
But
Count-many video. Did you see my Count-many video?
I haven't.
You must see my Count-many video. Darling Diana. That was so funny.
Did it go up on your page? The trial பண்றப்ப.
No, it wouldn't be on my page. Someone would be able to view it, and then I don't know if they would be able to see it on your page when they click on your page or not. But almost always they would end up doing a follow.
So marketing tips வேணும்னா
Correct.
And then just now also you mentioned that, you know, by the time the content is here, you feel very drained out and stuff. So people do the India merch money, they say, I feel burned out. It's a normal word to be used. I burned out. I need a break and I want to, you know, take a step back, or I need some like whatever kind of thing from away from this so that I know I can refresh and come back with new ideas and stuff. So coming back to Monica, do you ever feel burned out?